It doesn't matter too much.
Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. This is a scene for the Changeling venue. We have General Baron Valerius at Fiona. God, that title was long enough. And at the request of his wife, Just Eve will do.
Hush.
And
You're awesome.
Eve is coming to meet him at the War College. Classes have just finished. And if she wants, she can come up to him while he's teaching the last bit of students, and he is one of the more popular teachers there. As you can see, a group of students flocking around him, and he's talking and lecturing and doing what he does.
She will walk up to the edge of the students. And, honestly, Val will probably look over there and be like, might not even notice her because she pretty much is like just the right age to fit in with that group.
Uh-huh.
So she's just gonna kind of just hang out there, probably looking just like him. She never dresses up unless she really has a reason to.
Well done, class. Remember, tomorrow, remember to do your reading, and we will go over Priscilla's question about courtly etiquette and why it's important. But for now, just study your notes because there may or may not be a pop quiz tomorrow. You hear everyone sigh, and he just kind of laughs. I'm kidding, I'm kidding. You know I'm never prepared for shit. So he kind of just shoots them off, and they kind of all laugh. And he kind of sits, he's kind of there. And then he was just like, "Excuse me, miss," as oh, I hate when you do that.
What? Wait for you to finish?
No, I thought you were a student. Like, I said, "Excuse me, miss," or you lost. Like,
Oh, well, you maybe should call me Baroness then.
yes, just Eve. What's up?
Nothing. I mean, stuff. There's always stuff up, but, just thought I'd, come here and be annoying. That's what I do best.
Yeah, you never know.
Right. I'll ask you that at other occasions, and we'll see if you still say the same thing.
I won't lie, there's times I want to kick your ass, but,
Yeah? Well, you haven't tried to yet.
well, you're a lady, and, people might get upset. So,
Right, I'm a lady. Sure, that's it.
you also have my children, and it's obvious reasons. But, he kind of follows you out, and he kind of sits you down in the courtyard. So it's up.
She actually grabs his hand as they're walking along.
Mhm.
Just because. She can, damn it, she can.
Yes, he'll hold her hand.
Um, I don't know, just kind of I don't know what to do. And I was, I brought up the subject the other day, obviously horrible timing, but I really need to figure out what to tell her.
Uh,
And I need to be straight with it because, like, I mean, I'm not really good at this, as we both know, but I think it's best if we're both on the same page.
the good Lady Morwen, as he smiles.
She's actually not a terrible person, I don't think. But I wouldn't trust her as far as I could throw her.
You're learning. He smiles.
Well, I mean, it is what it is. I'm surprised that we're not some huge scandal just because I'm obviously further along than I should be at this point.
As he just looks at you and kind of raises an eyebrow, like, kind of don't know what to say to that. Kind of like,
Well, at least if I am a scandal, I haven't heard about it yet. But I doubt it will be any shock that the Selkie isn't a terribly good noble.
I think you don't give yourself enough credit, my dear.
You tell me that all the time. And I appreciate it. I mean, I do, but
All right. We were talking about my philosophies and how I see shit, right? Because you have to tell her something.
I do have to tell her something, and whatever it is better ring true.
Uh,
I
I
mean,
could,
it's not like it's not a huge secret. I don't think it's just I don't know.
I could lie to you, and we
I,
can just tell her bullshit, and then after you tell her, I can tell you like hee hee ha ha it was a lie. But I think
and
you might get upset, so let's not do
yeah, this might be one of the few times I can punch you that you can't punch me back.
that. Right. So how about this? My philosophies, as they are, I wish for a united kingdom between Selkies, the Nunahai, and the
The
Ad-
Adhene?
the Adhene. Let me finish there. And I believe that they shouldn't be forced to assimilate if they don't want to. I believe we should be able to help them move on if they choose to, and those that want to stay should be able to stay. I don't agree with a full on tyrannical approach. I don't believe that he should be chased off of lands because they are, how should we say, ships in the night. They're nomads. They come and go as they please. So forcing them to leave in that sense is, how should we say, poor business.
I guess honestly, what you're saying seems to fit in rather well with what Lady Morwen said. I'm not telling you to choose her. She said she wanted to know what your point of view was so that she would be able to better convince you. But that still leaves it as your choice, obviously.
Yep, I get that. But I do believe, my dear, that Mormon is definitely keeping secrets from us.
Oh, I'm entirely sure of it. I am pretty sure that some of the things she said could have other meanings to them that I just simply don't have the knowledge to understand.
And right now, I'm the only one that can speak to Monsieur without getting killed and skewered on a stick.
I don't know. I might be able to do it. Not because he knows me. I mean, at the very least, I don't think they would try to kill me.
But speaking of which, I'm going to make a flat intelligence roll. Uh,
I don't see any dice.
it's taking too long. See if I can remember something. Yeah, that's enough. I think Portia. Yeah, I believe Portia was her name.
The Puka?
Yeah, I think she lived with them for quite some time.
Of course she
I,
did.
I don't think it'd be too far of a stretch to see if she can teach me fluid adhesion.
That's probably true. Is that your intention?
Yeah, that's my intention right now.
Well, I'm not going to mention that. That has nothing to do with the problem at hand.
But we may have similar viewpoints, but I'm more well positioned to deal with the adhesion than she is.
That is definitely true. I think they were able to see. I think he was able to see that you were duped, which kind of sucks in terms of the fact that you were duped. But the fact is that you didn't mean any harm.
I agree. But at the same token, I believe that Lenore is a bit battle crazy.
What?
A bit battle crazy, my dear.
Right. Yeah, she pretty much is. Yeah.
And I believe that, what's her name? I believe that I'm successfully the middle ground between both extremes.
Hmm. Wait. So, are you saying that you're thinking of throwing your hat in?
Hmm?
Are you throwing your hat into the ring here? Is that what you're trying to do?
Exactly.
I don't.
Exactly right.
Interesting. Mormon didn't think that was the case anymore.
Hmm. Tell her that her spy networks and her information is cute. I like
I,
that.
I don't think I'm going to be using that word. If her information is incorrect, well, then that's her problem, though. I'm not worried about that.
You should roll a perception empathy.
Yeah, last time I had to do that on you, like, I am pretty sure that I failed, and it was a rather bad time for it. But I did not fail this time.
He is definitely, there's more to it. More to what he's thinking than he's actually telling you, but it seems like he's telling you enough.
So, Eve's response will be then, so are you going to tell me the rest once I've met with her?
Once I'm sure that it's less detrimental.
As long as you're not lying to me, then we're fine. As long as you're acknowledging that there's something you're not telling me, then I'm fine with that.
No, of course there's something I'm not telling you. There's quite a bit I'm not telling you.
Well, there are things I don't tell you either. Surprise.
Surprise. We're just as dysfunctional as any other marriage.
No, that's not even what it is. I just think we're both entitled to have our own things if we want to, as long as there's nothing that's going to be counterproductive to us as a couple.
I agree.
That's all it is. It doesn't mean dysfunctional. At least it's been dysfunctional. I'm hoping that we're going away from that.
With that, he's going to say, is there anything else you want to know about my plans, endeavors?
Mostly what she wanted to know, if I recall correctly. She wanted to know your point of view on Viet-Hien, what you think is the correct approach, and who you prefer as regent. I'm pretty sure those things have been covered.
Yes, I prefer myself as regent. Yay!
She's probably going to laugh at that, and that doesn't really bother me. As long as I give her...
She can laugh all she wants to. It's cute. I like proving people wrong. It's adorable. It's a pastime of mine.
So, and I'm not at all saying I don't have faith in you, but I will say that you probably seem to be a bit of a dark horse in this race at this point. So, say you do then. Where does that put me?
Eve.
Like, I barely see you as it is sometimes. You like run in circles, and you've been telling me stuff about all kinds of things, and maybe you shouldn't be running in so many circles. Well, maybe it's best that you don't do it. For your own mental health, perhaps.
I have a point. But, as you say, if you want something done right, do it yourself.
Or why not let one of the lovely ladies do it, and then you can fix the problems afterwards.
You saw how delightful that was when you let Dugal just be Dugal. People died.
I don't think either of them is Dugal.
Yeah, I also didn't think Dugal would be Dugal as we know him now, but you know what? Life's like that. As he laughs at you. But seriously, I get your point. There's probably some truth in what you said.
I'm allowed to mention these things if I care about you.
You are. You could also spend more time with me here. You could teach swimming.
I could teach swimming. That isn't an issue. It doesn't bother me at all on that part.
Well, of course you can teach swimming anywhere, but it's more of an excuse for you to spend time with me.
It's the hour trip out and the hour trip back.
Then have one of the people send you back. Like, it's not a big deal. Take a cab. We can buy a car. I think they're kind of banal, but I hear the things like them.
I can't really drive too well. I know Zero you can do normal regular driving, but she's not really that great. She has like none, so yeah.
Well, I'm sure if you're not trying to be Speed Racer, you'll be just fine.
I do want to spend more time with you. I think that might help things considerably. But if I'm out here teaching, then it means I see you, what, after class?
Yeah, you can see me after class. I could teach part-time. Um, I could spend less time at my bar. I don't technically need to be there.
Okay, so what you're offering is compromise, and in turn, we would get more time together.
Yes.
That's acceptable. I can do that. As long as you realize that, well, you know my limitations.
Well, then I guess I can meet you more than halfway. I could go swimming with you.
Some of the places I go, I don't think you'd be good enough to get there. But there's no reason why I can't rein it in a little bit.
Or I could just surf with my new surfboard and not be about it.
There are some great places in the Dreaming.
Yes, there's some places where we can get delightfully lost, my dear.
I know some hot springs.
You should show me sometimes. It'll be fun.
In theory, I should know my part of the Dreaming at least somewhat, right?
Just a little bit.
Not the part I actually own, but the part around it. There's also a lake
We
that
could,
sometimes I make Kaluan at. So maybe we won't do that lake. But
I have to kick that bitch's ass one day. But
no, you don't.
yes,
We'll leave her be because you know what? That's the only resource we have to the merfolk, and we might need it.
fuck them. Fine.
You know as well as I do. You're gonna burn bridges? Do you really think that's smart, Mr. Politics Man?
Fine. Shit. No fun anymore.
Oh, I'm plenty fun. I'll show you later.
I think that's how we got into this predicament.
Yeah, well now can't get us into trouble anymore.
Pretty much.
We're kind of already there.
Yes, we are already there. There is something I did want to talk to you about, but I don't think here's the proper place to do that.
Well, I did come here to see you, so I can follow you somewhere else.
Um,
Like a good little wife.
your sarcasm knows no bounds.
Sorry, I was just thinking back on a conversation I had earlier. Count Prospero actually explained to me about his odd behavior that night.
What did he say? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. What did he say?
He said that there were some members of the nobility who treated their significant others as property, and he thought you might be. He wasn't sure if you were one of them or not because he didn't know you.
Mm-hmm.
So he wasn't going to offend you by offering me a seat at the same time or before.
So
at which point I was like, no, he's not like that. I'm not like that, period.
He's going to pull out his hoverboard and kind of grab you by the waist and jump on the board, and they're going to zoom.
Jump on. Yeah, fun.
So I guess while they're like zooming around the place, remember what?
Go ahead.
You remember when I did that little reading on your stomach?
Yeah.
I have some information. Some of it's good, some of it's not good. So which do you want first?
Just spill it. Whatever frickin' order you want.
Well, we're having 2 boys. And one of them is definitely a Selkie.
She gets a huge grin on her face if you could even see what she looks like at this point. You're probably looking ahead, and she's just like holding on around his waist, like just kind of grinning back there. Like, haha, I win.
And the other one, I'm not sure, but my bet is that one's a she, but I'm not too sure.
Why?
I wasn't able to get too much of a clear reading, but one of them is definitely a Selkie.
Okay.
Now,
Well, none of that's too out of the ordinary. Boys, Selkie. Eh. I mean,
uh,
it's cool.
it
It's good
is.
to know, I guess.
No, we get to tell something to Satara. Like, oh, what's the gender? Oh, it's a boy. Yay.
Oh, she'll jump up and down, and then she'll go find something weirdly appropriate as gifts.
Um, one of them is cursed.
What?
One of them is cursed. And
There's a distinct chance she's gonna kind of lose her balance a little bit on that one. We're in the fucking air, and you're telling me this stuff.
woman, stop that.
Land this thing.
As he kind of holds her tighter, like, seriously, hold on.
Can we just land?
Sure. They land a bit of ways off. And they are fated to fight each other on the battlefield.
What is this, a civil war? And what is the curse?
I wasn't able to get a clear reading. That's why I was kind of a little off yesterday.
A curse means someone had to have actually wish ill will on my child. They don't just accidentally happen.
As he kind of like looks at you and kind of says, "Take it back. We don't know
Bullshit.
who." Then
I have no idea who. You have enemies. I suppose in theory I might. All those women you didn't marry, I suppose? I don't fucking know.
oh, I don't think any of them knew I was going to have children or that I even married you. This is like all recent news. This is all rather recent. We haven't been married a month yet.
I'm aware of when we got married.
Hmm.
But the babies have been around longer than that.
This is true. Could be Countess Anne. Could be Duke Guile. It could be a lot of people. I put a lot of Element in jail. Some of which are serving pretty lengthy sentences.
And I'm glad you did, but like this is ridiculous. Like why would what kind of piece of shit person would like do that to an unborn child?
I don't know. There's also the fact that remember when you caught that at Heen reaping?
Yeah, I thought about that. I mean,
You caught probably some dark glamour got
oh,
to
I know that something happened there, but they
maybe.
haven't behaved any differently. I mean, no extra kicking or beating each other up. I would notice it. And again, I'm not even sure that how fully formed they are yet.
I don't know either, but I know gender. Definitely two boys. Both of them definitely magical.
How do you know that? I'm so confused.
Hmm?
Okay, you said both magical. That threw me.
No, meaning that they're both definitely Cathane.
Well, since there are two options,
Yes. It's just either one or either it's a she or it's definitely or we're having two selfies.
okay. So what do we do? Because we gotta fix this.
Well, obviously. We could go into the dreamer. We could consult someone more practiced with soothsay. We could go talk to Veronica.
How can they be cursed? The babies were blessed. Alicia did it.
Yes, one of them is definitely blessed. The Selkie is definitely blessed. He is.
Look, granted, I didn't plan to be like pregnant at 18, but like,
I don't want to see my children kill each other on the battlefield either.
I don't either. But that seems more like a long-term issue that might even have to do with the curse. We need to know more about this curse. We need to know if there's some way of getting rid of it.
No, I don't. It's not that. I would have seen that because all Fiona know that they're cursed. It's not that.
I didn't know if I wasn't meaning that it was that curse. That's a totally separate curse.
Oh, that's what I thought you meant.
No, I just want to know if there's any way of getting rid of this, and we need to know more about it.
Well, from what I can tell, from what I've seen, I don't know much about fate, but I know if we dabble too much in it, bad things happen.
That doesn't mean we can't research.
True.
I'm sorry, but this is my son. God, I've never even said that. This is about my child.
I know. We could go see Marala.
Why does she soothsay?
But she knows we know we're definitely having a Selkie. I don't know much about Selkies, and it's kind of redundant talking to Cathane about Selkies.
Yeah, I know. He would be the second person today who told me I should go talk to Marala about something. Ugh, man, it's like a theme.
Who else told you that you had to go speak to Marala?
The Count.
He's not a bad guy.
No, he's actually not. I was wrong in my first impression. And I told him that. I apologized.
We also have to deliver the letter to, we have to find Feralith.
Which is one of the best things that I've considered in a while. I'm excited. I want the chance to even just be in the same room with her. That would be cool. Oh, come on. You can't tell me you're not a little excited.
Oh, I am. I'm just kind of wondering. It's just me questioning a lot of things.
There are a lot of things to question, but what are you questioning?
Why the Count? Why is he? Why Feralith? Is this enough? Are we just being used for like another bid for power?
Possibly, but if all we're doing is delivering a letter.
Letters can do a lot. A well-crafted letter and enough etiquette, you can start and end a war.
Well, he didn't actually answer my question when I asked if this had something to do with politics, but he did tell me that he's not really all that into politics himself.
Or I could definitely be very wrong. It could be just the more seasoned Elenid would be technically her. Fine Feralith. She's an Elenid.
He warned me that should I meet Feralith, she will be surrounded by a lot of people, a lot of trusted advisors who will be talking in her ear, and that I might be wise to pretend that I'm a member of a house when I'm around her, because I would be considered possibly unsafe and not necessarily dangerous, but it's not like it's just cute, the fact that I don't have a house. She's very traditional, is the idea I got.
But you very much so don't like the idea of a house.
It's not that I don't like the idea of a house. It's just that it doesn't fit what I am right now. If I'm ever not the Selkie ambassador, then I'll consider it. It doesn't fit what I am at the moment.
No.
I follow Queen Marala who don't have houses. It's really very simple.
But being in your position, and
This is important to me.
I understand that, but it's kind of less about you, and as he kind of points at your stomach, and it's more about them.
You're worried about their position?
Do you really want to piss off more people in power, dear?
Do I want what?
Do you really want to piss off more people in power? Do you really want to give them a reason not to like us?
I'm confused. Who are we talking about? Which people in power are we going to piss off because I'm not in a house?
A lot of traditionalists.
I will not abandon this post. If I don't do it, nobody will, and then there'll be no voice over here. Even if I have very little power, it's still better than nobody being around. And somebody needs to speak up for the Selkies. You know how I feel about this. We've been over it.
I do, but it doesn't mean I have to like it.
You knew who I was before we got married on this.
Not about that, and you know
it. I'm not going to do anything detrimental to hurt the future of my children, but...
Maybe this is a part you don't understand about politics. Not taking a stance is definitely taking a stance.
I'll take a stand, but it doesn't have to be with a house. Just because I've made up my decision on who I think should be whatever, doesn't mean that I won't make up my mind.
Well then, for our sakes, I hope you decide something.
Actually, if you're just asking who I'd back as regent, honestly, the path that I would typically follow, and that's not that I'm a follower per se, but you know what I mean. I'm obviously taking the road less traveled here just by being with you.
I understand that.
I'm going to back you. I'm telling you that right now. As long as you stick to what you're saying that you believe, I will back you. That's pretty much what I feel. Now, all that said, I don't know how much of a chance you actually have. But I'll still stand by you even if you lose.
I mean, I'm not so worried. Okay. Let's say, worst case scenario, and I lose, right?
Right.
It's the fact that I was even willing to put myself out there, and that I am close enough, and people are definitely listening to the things I say and the opinions that I have. I think that makes more of a president than anything. Don't necessarily have to be the one in charge to be the one that people listen to.
True. I just want to hear more. Like, I've spoken to Morwen. Lenore seems to be pretty much silent over there. And...
Well, then go speak to Lenore. I'm not stopping you.
Of course you're not. And I'm sure I could. If I could get into Morwen, I'm sure I could get into Lenore.
There are ways you can use some of my staff, send out words, letters, and we can...
Well, I would just simply send I can send something myself and ask for an appointment and go and she tells me. It's not that hard.
But there is an idea that I had. You could also make your own house. Own rules. It's not unprecedented.
It's something I'm still considering, and that's actually kind of in the area of what the Count was telling me that I should talk to Morella about the subject of house, although he wasn't suggesting a new house at the time.
I do know now, because of my standing, I could put in my voice in my words. But as it stands right now in the political sense, your voice is my voice.
I don't know. I mean, I think I have a fair amount of people around who listen to what I have to say. It's nothing like yours.
No, you misunderstand. I have actual real-life people in power that back what I'm saying. He's referring to his political connections. He's like listing off names of like nobles and things. These people believe in what I say.
So here's my question. What is your purpose here? Are you trying to make me into a more political person than I really am? Or are you just trying to secure your son's future? Are you trying to help yourself? I mean, any of these answers are okay. I just want to know what your goal is in this conversation.
Look, my goal in this conversation is a combination of both agree, and for me to convey to you the importance of your marriage to me.
That sounds a bit cocky.
No, you married a hero.
I
Which,
married you. I would have married you if you hadn't been a hero.
no, well, that warms my spirit, but I mean, seriously,
You
because
could have had a 1 dot freehold in the Timbuktu and it wouldn't have made a difference to me.
I get that, and I get your love and devotion for me. I do. It's what keeps me going most days, but every day, actually. What the fuck am I kidding? Um, but I'm seriously, like, because you do that, you have a certain amount of power, and I just want you to realize that you have that. So it's a power that most people don't know how to take you. But seriously, all you really need is one High Lord to basically say that whatever decision on house you're a part of is basically it. Another silly house says that you're this, then yeah, you're a noble house.
I just need some more time on it. I'm not saying no against it. I really need to think things out before I just jump into something like that. That's a big deal.
It is a big deal. I'm just saying that these are all avenues that you could theoretically take. I mean, that's how most silly houses start. Or unsilly houses, rather. But we don't see much of them.
Why do I feel like I'm getting peer pressured? Like there should be some after-school special starting right now.
Don't do drugs. That's the lesson.
Really? Because you don't listen to that at all, ever.
No, I do drugs every day, twice on weekends. That's what keeps me sane. I'm a terrible role model.
No shit. And we're having babies. Yeah.
Yes, but I mean,
I can honestly say I haven't had any drugs since a couple weeks before we got married.
I called bullshit on you. Fuck were you drinking at the party? I saw you laughing and giggling. Fruit punch doesn't do that to you.
No, that was something that do you trust Alicia?
Of course.
Alicia said that it was something that would give me the same effect as drinking, but wouldn't hurt the baby.
Sounds like drugs.
I'm not questioning.
Sounds like drugs, bro.
It's Alicia. Just leave it there.
That's even more of a reason to question it. That doesn't make it more okay. That makes it
Okay, you said you trust Alicia. I trust her.
No.
And I'm telling you that she would never do anything to hurt those babies.
I'm not saying the babies would be hurt. I'm just saying that it very well could be drugs.
Well, then it's a very special drug, and I'm not questioning it. I got to get drunk, okay? Leave me alone.
Hey, I'm not taking that from you. Just like say that's a very real reality.
But that's not exactly the same thing. I mean, I haven't had any of your standard anything. My garden is like overflowing at the moment.
And hand out your bud, dude. Make a damn drops.
It's chimerical.
It's made out of Dreamcraft stuff. Get yourself a hustle.
Yes, we will become the druggy freehold.
Yes.
Oh wait, I already was. Never mind.
You know that the fish dude that's like Sir Reginald Fenton? Get him like a cat and a book bag and he can be your pusher. It'd be great.
I'm not doing that. I love him as he is.
Sir Reginald can definitely be a drug pusher. But seriously.
If we're not doing it, people will think they're already high when they see him.
It'll be great.
Not happening. For one thing, I'd have to cut a new deal with him.
Why?
Because the deal is that he's my messenger, and in return I get him food. As long as we both honor those things, he is that. He doesn't have to do anything else unless I ask him and he says yes. He doesn't have to say yes, though.
So you have, like, an indignant servant Gotcha.
No, no, he's not indignant. He's not upset.
No, but you have to like negotiate. That's not really a servant. That's like a freeloader.
No, I pay him. He does stuff. It's not a freeloader.
It's like I don't even know what to call that. Sir Reginald. It's the Sir Reginald problem. All right.
It is not a problem. He's my friend, and I like him, and he's going to stay cool like that.
That's like the word of the day with you. Like, who is that? He's my friend. Don't worry about it.
He is.
Who's that guy over there? Who's that chick? Oh, it's my friend. Don't worry about it. But they're like, how.
Are you really going to question my choices in friend? Because that's not the way to go. I could question your choices in friend pretty hard.
No, you already questioned my choices and friends. It's fine.
Hey, you liked Sir Reggie, okay?
I didn't say I didn't. He's like my hero, but like, also Chimera. That's what I want to come back as. But like,
random blue fish. Flip, 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 flip. Oh God.
you deliver messages. You smoke weed all day, every day, and that's like the service you get paid. Like, what? Yes, I'll do it. No politics. Yes, all day, every day. But smoke weed every day.
Speaking of politics,
What's up?
I know this is sort of random.
Mhm.
The other night I went out for a swim,
Yep.
and yeah, I ran into a person lying on the bottom of the ocean, staring up with bright red eyes.
Another fucking supernatural.
Yeah, she is.
What is she?
Vampire?
Oh, they exist. Oh,
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I have another one. I showed you the picture of the real ugly one.
now I know.
This one wasn't ugly, but she had cat ears. She said she was a. Oh, she said another word. Honestly, I'm not supposed to tell you. I told her I wouldn't.
You've already told me that you saw a floating person at the bottom of the ocean.
And I said vampire, yes, but you already knew vampires existed.
No, you just reminded me. Like, I really couldn't say they existed. I thought it was just like a Reddit troll. Like,
No, she was upset. Like, she told me stuff about some of the stuff that she's not supposed to tell, I guess.
out with it.
Well,
You've
I'll
already
just.
out with it.
Well, for one thing, she was super nice.
That's not what I asked you, dude. I hate when you
But
like, I didn't ask you
no,
about the state of her character. I asked you about like simple questions.
no,
Like,
she said she was like a warden, and she was trying to reach out to other groups of supernaturals, and we just kind of happened to meet. But she found a way to talk to me when I was a seal underwater.
wardens.
Hmm?
I haven't heard that term in a while.
Yeah, well, so she kept asking if there was something that we needed or I needed or something, and I have her number, but I don't know why. I don't know.
What's her,
Hmm?
what's her name?
Elena?
Elena what?
I don't know. Didn't ask. It's not like I gave her my full name.
Oh, Elena and Eve. Sounds like a bad sitcom.
Maybe it's lesbian porn.
I wouldn't fap to it, but
Well, no, it doesn't seem like that'd be your thing.
nope. Outside of the internet. But yeah.
Anyway, yeah, that's why I meant by politics. Like, I just couldn't even. She's like, was there somebody higher up I could talk to? You could arrange a meeting with? And I'm like, sitting there going, I don't know anybody who'd want to talk to her.
I'll go for it.
I'm not going to present you as my higher up. That is never going to happen.
Alright, don't
You and I are equals.
then say so.
I
But
just did.
But in actual, the larger scheme of things, I am your superior. Deal with it. Like,
You are most certainly not my superior. You can piss off.
I have more titles than you. He sticks out his tongue.
What'd you say?
I have more titles than you.
I don't need your titles. And actually, no, General Baron Valerius. Yeah, Baroness Selkie Ambassador. See, even.
No, Selkie Ambassador.
Oh, don't even start that because you've told me that it's important. You made it so clear that it was important and that I was not just a commoner. You've said this so many times. She doesn't even like let him get a word in.
There is one fucking word, miss. Cut it out.
She did. You could tell. I mean, you could tell she was doing it on purpose, just deliberately cutting you off.
I know. Yeah, for herself, I assume, but
You've made it so clear to me. You did. So you keep that. This was not the right time for you to go. Well, that's not a real title because I've said that 1,000 times, and you get mad at me when I say it. So you're not allowed to say that now.
You see him look up into the sky, and kind of just do like the coffee version with his hand. He just kind of roll aside like.
She grabs his hand. It's like slams it together like. And for that record, I assume they're just sitting on the ground or something.
Yeah.
She tackles him just because she can.
I really don't know what we're gonna do about the kids, though. Honestly.
Well, I mean, you have a seer, right? Thought I heard something about that somewhere.
Yeah.
Why don't we start there? And if we need to, maybe. When I told Annie about the fact that I was pregnant, she offered, because I didn't quite know what to do at the time.
Mm-hmm.
She said that she might be able to get the Nunahai people to check things, so maybe I can do that too.
I'd like to be there for that.
It's actually a really cool thing to hang out when they're around. Just the culture is amazing.
I like meeting new people.
I have no objection to your being there, but we'll have to see if Annie thinks that they will be okay with that.
If that's not okay, I'll just get Nathan to make me look different. It'll be fine.
She just kind of winces at the word Nathan.
He sees it, but he's gonna be like, what?
What do you think?
I gave you my word.
Right. Does that make you think that, like, it's supposed to be easy?
No, I'm just saying that I'm trying.
Well, let's just say you don't need to get Nathan to change your form. I can get Esteban to do it for you.
Well,
trust me, he can do that. What'd you say?
So, did you talk to him?
Mm-hmm.
Good.
Yeah, we were hanging out before Satara texted me.
Sweet.
Mm-hmm.
Well then, did you guys have a good time?
Awkward but fun, yes. Once we distracted ourselves by like making up stories and randomly riding the subway. It was great.
Oh, that's sweet.
Yeah. We rode up, well, we just kind of we were like riding around and making stories about the weirdos that get on the train. It's all good.
He's really funny. I like hanging out with him.
I'm thinking I need to roll empathy on that one.
Go ahead.
I'm really thinking that's a necessity here. There you go, 3.
He's being sincere.
No undertones at all?
Mm-mm.
Okay.
Well, first when it started off a little awkward, but no, it's like he's being sincere, but there's something else. You can question him about it, but he's being definitely sincere.
Okay, no, I can get what he's being a little off about. I understand. I was just kind of there myself.
No, it's not like that. It's just like he's so crass. I mean, he's funny as hell, but it's just like some of those things I wouldn't actually say in public. He just kind of says it, and it's funny. It's kind of that like awkward laughing. You realize somebody said something really, really funny, and you realize you shouldn't laugh, and you're kind of embarrassed for yourself and the person because they kind of just said it. But then you realize you're both laughing at it, so it's kind of like it negates the whole point. That's what it's like.
He does make me laugh a lot. But, you know, honestly, there's, even after a long time apart, like, there's still inside jokes. And I forgot about them, you know, it's kind of weird. He needs to find someone good who can deal with his crap.
I think he will find someone good. He's funny.
Hmm?
I think he will find someone good. He's funny. He's awesome.
Thank you.
For what?
You know what for.
I told you. I gave you my word. I stick by my word.
Yeah, that's both of our problems, isn't it? The fact that we keep our word, or at least try to.
I may be mad, and I may not like the circumstances, but my word is my word. And as a sign of being a man doesn't give up on his word. I'm a foul up, I fuck up.
Oh, well, since I'm just a woman, and apparently you are my voice, I suppose that means that your word is good enough for me?
Should be. But I understand that takes time.
Oh, God. That's just ridiculous sounding. This is not biblical times. You do not own me.
Who the fuck said that?
Well, just the way that the way it made it sound like I'm gonna have to go become a suffragette just to get a vote.
Don't be dramatic. As he just like throws something at you. Like, Jesus. He's like, Don, fix it. Really?
What's wrong with him? He is what he's made to be. So you are what you're made to be.
What was he even talking about that? It was just like,
You said, Don, fix it. I don't get it.
I'm saying that if you really think that I want to own you, seriously.
I don't know. For a little bit there, it just kind of felt like you were starting to go down that path. Like, not fully, but it kind of felt like...
Well, what can I tell you? You're not part of a house, and you want to be, like, political and shit, but not really, so, like, what am I supposed to do?
Okay, you know about this stuff. Good Lord.
Yes, I know, but it's just like you bring it up, and then, like, what am I supposed to tell other people? Like, lol, she's, like, politic light? You're supposed to give a shit about her, but not really.
She has her own agenda, and she will speak up when it's important to her.
That's sketchy as hell, and you know it.
No, I don't know that. There's no reason why I should have... Why... I don't see what the big deal is with this crap. Why can't we all just be straightforward? I want this, I want that, we all vote.
Because that's not the world we live in. And you know
what?
Well,
we can make it the world we live in.
That's banal as shit, and you know it. We have to make things dramatic and overly complicated. We'll die.
I don't.
I need that. I need drama in my life.
Oh, I've got your drama.
No, yes, you, the babies, the curse, yes, that's all the drama I need, but there's just that political drama.
And here, you thought you could just run away with me. She's like rolling her eyes at this point.
I so wanted to. But you know what? You was just like, I have to go back and meet with Marlon. It's fine.
Really? What the hell was that?
I have to go back and see Marlon. She might have something important to say.
It actually had nothing to do with whether she had something important to say. It had to do with the fact that I thought she might be able to help me with what I want.
I don't want to be political.
She's seriously like grabbing grass and like shoving it down his throat at this point. Just like, ah!
But seriously, you did a good job.
What?
You did a good job.
A good job in talking to someone who could like,
politics. Right.
More grass. More grass. There's plenty of grass.
Yes.
And I could freeze the grass and be frozen grass that's going down your throat, so you better watch it.
That's uncomfortable.
All right. No, anyway. I really don't get where this no stuff comes from.
It's me mocking you.
You being an idiot.
Yes.
You are the most confusing person in, like, the entire world.
I'm the what?
Most confusing person in the entire world.
Nice to meet you.
No, I'm just telling you. Sometimes you're just like, oh, we just need to go away. All I need is my family. And then, like, 2 seconds later, you're like yelling at me about because I'm not political enough. Then another time you're telling me I'm being too political. And then, I mean, just, you cannot make up your mind about crap.
Nope.
Are you sure you're not a woman?
Positive.
You confuse the hell out of me.
You love it. I keep you on your toes. There's never a dull moment with me. Ever. But seriously, I evolve with the state of beings and the things that are around me.
I stand by my word, by the way. A long time ago, when you said something about how we should just run, we should just leave, and I'm talking like before we ever got married and any of that crap. And I was like, there's no way you would be so bored.
No, I totally would. You know me, I'll just revolutionize, the seal population. We'll have a grandiose time, you know it. Next thing you know, I'll be leading the March of the Penguins. We'll be going to fight the orcas. It'll be awesome. Penguins into battle to fight the orcas. Shut up, you know it was funny.
Yeah, I've never seen that movie. See, that's the thing. I honestly think I could be okay just like living in like say a simple life in my freehold. I could spend my time on my vegetable garden. As long as I could find some way to bring in the cash to take care of the babies, I'd be fine. I don't need everything.
No, but I kind of like spoiling you.
It's not that I don't appreciate that stuff. As she like plays with the rings on her finger.
Like, look at you. Like, half the things you have on your left hand could, like, feed a fiefdom.
And they're beautiful. They're, like, stunning, and they're beautiful.
Feed a fiefdom for 6 years.
Yeah,
no,
well,
you have to work.
Well, then, why don't you do that? Feed them.
Then you'll get upset that I took off for 3 days.
I could go with you. I don't have a job.
This is true. Yeah, we could do that. I don't even have a rebuttal for that.
I mean, selling my wedding ring seems a little silly.
Why would you sell your wedding ring?
Well, that's what I said. Then do that. Let's go. You said with those you could feed a fiefdom.
Yes, because that, as he points to your engagement ring, is worth 6 permanent trusts.
I know. You told me. I mean, have you ever noticed? Like, that's like the only jewelry I wear, honestly.
I'm just more impressed I was able to make it. It could have been easier just to pay for it.
And that's what I like about it. No, honestly, even if you just made the simplest gold band or silver band or stainless steel band,
Oh, what's this?
But the point isn't the money part of it. The point is that you made it. It's the effort.
I know.
Although, damn if that thing isn't huge.
It is amazing. I get hard looking at it. Seriously.
See
Like if
that?
I gave that to me, I would marry me. Marry the fuck out of me.
Good job, she. Good job being a she. I think those kind of comments are what ruin your reputation as a she.
We all know I'm a
Like,
skater at heart. Come
hmm?
on. I said we all know I'm a skater at heart. Come off it.
Apparently a whore if you could be brought into marriage with that.
Yes, I can be brought. She just laughs at you like I do have a price.
But is it too high?
Entirely too high.
I can tell. I think you've already gotten my soul.
No, no, no. You own my soul. What are you talking about? Gave that shit up a while ago. Can't even ask for it back.
Weirdo.
You are. Yes, I am weird. But yes, we should do something. Are you hungry?
You're asking me that? I'm like, I pretty much don't take a break eating unless I'm napping.
Well, you have two growing boys. We have to get food. God, I'm gonna spoil the fuck out of him.
And I will be the, and so basically you're gonna be the fun dad, and I'm gonna be like the one who has to do all the punishing.
Probably.
That is such a bullshit.
Because you're probably, let's be honest, you're gonna end up raising me and the kids. Let's be
Oh,
honest.
I'm not raising you. I mean, aside from the obvious way.
Let's be honest. I can already see this now. As soon as I teach my kids sovereign, and then you're gonna be like, what did you just do?
You're not teaching them sovereign until they're at least teenagers.
Oh wow, they're gonna hate that shit.
And actually, you're not supposed to teach it to one of them.
They're both learning it. Oh well.
If you teach it to them, then you have to teach it to me first.
Really?
And it's not that I want it, but I need to be able to do it back to them worse than they did it to me.
Alright, if that's really what you want to do, you teach them that, you teach me Skycraft.
Hey, I gave you cryos for free.
Well, you want sovereign.
Mm-hmm.
We have a deal?
No, because then in that case I've given you 2 for 1.
Sovereign and Dreamcraft. Do we have a deal?
It's not quite the same.
It's the same.
You didn't have to make a deal with mermaids.
How much did... Let's not even make that analogy. How much did I have to work to even get Dreamcraft? That's not even a common art. That's like a secret art. You make freeholds out of that. Seriously.
I deal with Kaluin just because.
Are we really doing this? Alright, so Dreamcraft and Sovereign. Teach me Skycraft.
At least it's 2 for 2.
It's 2 for 2.
Instead, you're trying to seriously. You were like, I'm going to agree. Yes, I'll just give you all my cool shit.
You just like demanded my cool shit. It was like, no, please. You was like, you give me that shit. Yes.
No, only because I refuse to have kids who are like gonna be who can like try to make me do shit.
My kids will be delinquents. I'm sorry. I'll be very disappointed if they're not. I expect them to get into trouble.
Well, of course they're going to get into trouble. That's what kids do. But
I plan on giving them the tools to do so. That's all.
Okay, Fiona.
they they hex their own person. They'll learn their lesson.
Okay, so we're going to teach them the Veronica method.
No.
Well, this certainly seems pretty much to be the case.
Oh, that's a good learning method. What?
It's really not.
No, I didn't say just hex everyone that irritates you, that makes you mad. I did not say that.
I mean, honestly, we need to see their temperaments before we even decide
Oh yeah, that's
anything like this.
like if you we actually bring into like the world like the next Darth Vader or something, I'd at least like to know that I didn't have a hand in it, since I totally did.
If they're going to be on opposite sides of a battlefield, it doesn't that make you question a little bit?
Could be. Well, it'll be a damn good show.
I don't want to see them on a battlefield at all. I mean, I understand that, stuff can happen and whatever, but come on, who wants to see their kids in a position where they might die?
Well, I mean,
Wilders will be wilders, but,
well, they'll have their own problems, Like, I'm pretty sure there'll be some animosity, you know. Assuming one of them's a she, he'll be super pretty and super popular because he's pretty. But he'll probably be super jealous of, like, the other kid because he's, like, super friendly and everybody likes him. And it'll be like competition. It'll be like World War II. Who's the more awesome person?
there's something else to discuss there, but we can always do it later if you wanted.
What's up?
Well, you just seem to like making it clear that pretty much. Okay, let's just assume the other one is a she. Just for fun.
Alright.
Alright. A she doesn't get to choose their house or their destiny, do they?
Kind of born into your house. You don't get to choose that.
See, that's what I disagree with. I think everyone should be allowed to be able, at least have some choice in their destiny.
Well, he does have a choice in his destiny. But
No, because the house is kind of a big deal.
or he could.
Because the Selkie doesn't have to do that.
He doesn't. But then again.
Could be just a, pot-smoking kid like I was.
But he's both of us there.
I'm just saying.
That's highly unlikely.
How do you know that?
Because he's half of me.
No, you smoke pot too.
He's half of me and half of you. He's going to be the sexiest thing imaginable, or he's going to be a terror. Like.
Or both.
Or both. God help us.
That's not my point, though. I mean, it's not just. I've told you this before. I am the way I am not just because. When I chrysalised, before I chrysalised, I was a good student. I studied. I was going to be a marine biologist. You know all this. I told you.
Yeah.
And then I chrysalised, and like everything changed. Like my very nature changed.
Mm-hmm.
That's my point. I mean, if this is a Selkie, then they're going to have certain things about them. Most of us tend to be, aside from just connected to the water, but I mean, they're going to.
There'll be things that he'll have to learn, things that the boy will have to learn, things that are just part of their natures. I mean, there's also the alternative. He doesn't pledge a house, and he kind of doesn't do that. He will still have the curse. That's his family because he's of my blood.
Well, that is. I just don't like the idea of someone not having a choice in what they do. That doesn't seem to be okay to me, and.
He does have a choice.
Neither. Yeah. I'm talking about she's born into a house.
Princes don't choose to be princes. Nobility doesn't choose to be nobility.
And you can choose. And again, we've seen kings step down.
He could, but then again, maybe he was born in a time just for this new world we created.
Wow, you're assigning us a lot of power, aren't you?
I'm sorry, my kids are going to be awesome. You can't say they're not because Mom. Boo. Like,
I
if,
don't even have any idea what you're talking about there. I haven't said anything about whether they'd be good or bad or evil or good or awesome or not.
if they're going to be good, they're going to be awesome. If they're going to be evil, they're going to be the most evilest thing I can imagine. Like, whatever they do, what I'm trying to say, whatever they are, I want them to be the best at it.
I do too. I just don't want to like pressure them into something until they're ready to make a decision.
I'm sorry. We're going to have to agree to disagree. The she will have this responsibility.
And yet I will continue to fight for what I think is right.
We will continue to have this argument.
If there's a while before anything happens, and if he's clearly wants it, I won't fight it. That's not my point.
It's not that if you don't want it or not want it. He's going to wonder why he keeps falling in love with people. Or he keeps like liking people. And why it kind of, you know, silly things happen. Or like how it's always harder to, you know, keep your relationships afloat.
And assuming all that happens, fine. But, you know,
I'd like for him to know why. I'd rather him walk into this world embracing it instead of running from it.
and you can't possibly decide which way that's going to go because we've seen what can happen to Fiona's. It's not just the way you turn out. We've seen the way your mom and dad turned out.
Right. I know, I'm just giving you a very rational perspective, that's all.
Whether he has these things going on or he doesn't is fine. I get it. He is what he is, and I will accept my children as they are. That's fine. But I refuse to think that they don't get a choice in whether they join a house or not.
Is this more of your... We always jump back to this statement.
It's exactly. And I will continue to do so because it doesn't make any sense to me.
And I will continue to say why it makes sense and why this is the world that...
Look, if those things happen,
Right?
okay, assuming they do, then he will probably feel drawn to the house, in which case that's fine.
Yeah,
But if he doesn't,
that's his choice. I'll be upset. Because I know what kind of life that is.
you can always join later. People do that.
Do what?
Join later?
What do you mean?
I'm just saying, just because you opt to not join a house, like, what, from the second that you, what, chrysalis or something?
Yes, that's kind of written in fate.
Right, so you choose not to be a member of a house then. I mean, what if...
You don't get not to be a member of the house. Like, if you come into the world, if you are a she, you belong to a family. Someone is claiming you. It doesn't work like that for us. We come into this world belonging to a family. Part of our nature.
And I'm still going to say that it's a choice, because you know what? We make our own families.
Alright? Say he doesn't decide to do it. Then he becomes forsworn.
That doesn't even make any sense, because if he never swore anything, then he can't be forsworn.
No, I mean, he'll literally get nothing.
I have no idea what you mean by that.
I just told you, he will literally get nothing. Once he comes of age, it will automatically defact to the other. If he chooses not to, you know.
The other?
The other child.
What would default over?
Everything that I possess.
Why?
All of this material wealth that I have, it has to go somewhere once I pass away.
Well, yeah, I get that, but why would it default away from a she just because...
If he doesn't want it, then it'll go to you. If you don't want it, then the house will reclaim it.
Well, we'll put you this way. if I was that kid
Mhm.
and I decided that I didn't want to do this, it wasn't the right path for me or whatever.
Mhm.
I don't think any amount of material goods would ever convince me otherwise.
Oh, I'm not trying to bribe him into it. Never. I'm just saying that if this is the path that he chooses, this will be an incredibly difficult, hard one. Lots of doors will be closed to him. He will forever be an outcast.
It's something to weigh out. That's all I'm saying.
Yes, there's part A and part B. Like these are your alternatives.
Well, I guess the point right now then is that with any luck, it'll just be the way he's inclined, and it just goes, and there you are. And of course, that's all assuming that we get them past their say 5th birthday, since one of them's cursed.
There's also that part. There's also
So
the fact that maybe the she doesn't want to. Maybe the she wants to live with the Selkies for like the rest of his life. That's totally a thing. And what happens if the Selkie wants to be like, oh shit, nobility? He wants to be the Fiona Rising Star.
if that's what he wants, then that's what he wants. I would, like I said, I would support my children in what they want to do.
I'd laugh hysterically because I would think it delightfully ironic. That's some shit.
I'm not sure I'd laugh, but I accept it, and I want them all I want is for them to be happy. That's it.
You won't laugh. I would laugh hysterically. Hey, Dad, what? I want to go like surfing and follow like all the pretty selfie girls. I want to go to California. Bye. I want to be a selfie, but you're a she. Doesn't matter. I want to swim and like be carefree and all. Fine, whatever. Go.
Well, they're both gonna swim.
They are. She's trying to raise his an eyebrow.
Oh yeah, they're gonna swim. Did you really get to have a kid who I didn't teach to swim?
What
I
if
told
what
I
if,
told you before. One of the only memories I remember of my real mother was when she taught me how to swim.
what
That
if,
is the only thing that I promise you I will absolutely teach them both to do.
what if one doesn't want to know how to swim?
Well, they're going to learn before they're old enough to get a choice.
What? All right, you evil dictator.
But no, I mean I'm talking like 3 and 4-year-olds.
What if he's like terrified of the water?
You really think someone with my blood in them is going to be scared of the water?
Possible.
No. It's just a safety thing, honestly.
You could totally not want to be wet more than a shower. Like,
That isn't going to happen.
I'll laugh if it does.
And it won't, because even if they are that way, I'm sorry, but it is just a safety thing. Every kid needs to know how to float and at least push themselves a little bit.
What if he doesn't know how to float? It'd be hilarious.
Well, if you can laugh at the other thing, I suppose you can laugh at that too.
Yeah, I can laugh at both things. And ultimately, it's their choice. And then we could also have more children. So
Besides, swimming is like not even a big thing. That's just a small detail as compared to everything else. I mean, it's intrinsically part of me.
but you could totally get like pregnant again.
Well, not right now.
Well, obviously because you're already pregnant.
Exactly.
It could be fun in like 3 weeks after. It's just like what the fuck? I'm pregnant.
You do know. I mean, I'm sure you've seen me swim. You know how well I swim.
Yes.
All of us do that. It's what Selkies do. Like even if you don't want to learn it, you're gonna figure it out.
Yeah. I know. I'm like mad you're taking it to the up 10th degree when this clearly was a joke.
Meh, deal with it. We just need to figure this out. So fine. I will see if I can see when the Nunahai are going to be around next, and I forget which ones they're I forget what they're called.
Right.
The ones that checked me over for the disease.
Mm-hmm.
Those things. And we'll see if we could possibly get a she and a Nunahai in the same room without it exploding.
Mm-hmm.
I wish I could get to know them better, but I'm pretty certain that they won't trust me too much at this point.
Well, you did marry a she, and you're carrying, I'm assuming, a selfie and a she.
Well, maybe we can find out more about that for sure. So we need to go see a seer for sure. See whatever other information we can dredge up and try to figure out what the hell happened and how to fix it. Fair enough.
Have to tell Dad.
Okay. Do you need me there for that?
No.
Do you want me there for that?
You want to be?
Is he one of those people that's going to start rubbing my belly?
Probably.
Oh, God. It was bad enough when I ran into that. Did I tell one of the things that I ran into during the hunt?
Something rubs your belly?
Yeah, something rubbed my belly.
Why do you let things, rub your belly?
Well, they had a lot of spears on me and Kigoma because Zatara abandoned us. And we were both pretty much staying there with our hands up because, well, they way outnumbered us.
Mm-hmm.
It was some Adheen that were camping in the woods.
Gotcha.
So we're just standing there. They realize I can't understand them. We obviously can't understand them. And then this old woman comes out, and she stares at me, and she came up and, like, touched my belly. And she just looked to the people next to her, just said something, and then pointed back the way we came. So we're like, okay, and left. So yes, people like rubbing my belly.
That's hot.
You'd find anything hot. I could say oatmeal with raisins, and you'd be like, ooh, baby.
You make like a really crude, like, fapping motion.
Yeah. Look, that's more of what got us into trouble.
It's exactly what got us into trouble.
Yeah. So basically, pregnancy saved the day. Ask Kigoma, he'll tell you.
Pregnancy saved the day.
Pregnancy saved the day. It's true. A little weird, but true. It was better than the Roman soldiers, but yeah, that place was just weird. That was weird as hell. Well, are you staying out here tonight? At your lovely freehold?
No, I'm gonna go spend the night at your place.
Are you sure? Because I was going to offer to stay here with you.
No, I was gonna come see you.
Okay, well, we'll just have that moment where everybody wants to do what the other one wants. And then we'll just go back to the freehold, to my freehold, because why the hell not?
Alright. Do you want to walk?
From here all the way back to my freehold? No.
Alright, I guess this is happening. As he kind of just reaches for the hoverboard. Alright.
I typically, I'm not even sure how I get here. A cab? Something.
Going through the training. Don't be a weirdo.
Oh, come on. If you haven't figured it out, I spent a lot of time in the gray world.
Alright, so it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 plus. Alright, for 18 turns. Going pretty damn fast. We're going back to your freehold.
By the way, do you actually need someone to teach swimming here?
Yeah.
Because if you're just making up crap, I don't need some job you just made up.
No, seriously. That's like a thing.
So that they can all go meet mermaid girlfriends?
I don't think they want to be sold into slavery. They don't know about that part yet. Did
you ever buy Merlor?
No, he's just going off what you told him. He's just like, he could be totally wrong.
You could have bought it a long time ago.
Yeah, he's just being wrong. He doesn't care.
I don't think I know enough to teach that particular lore anyway. One is not enough to teach her lore.
I don't know. Like, as far as I know, from what they seem like, they're not going to strap males to the bed, rape them, and, say that I'm conceiving now. Deal with it.
You might want to have somebody add that into their class, though, to teach them to pretty much just stay away.
No, as soon as we say don't do something, that's what everyone is going to do.
First, they have to be able to swim well enough to do it.
They'll all learn how to swim. There are a lot of horny she, a lot of them from Fiona, that want to meet, oh, we can be mermaids.
Well, you did want to set up the competition, right?
That is funny.
Well, it would work.
That's kind of like really evil, but unseelie. But like,
Well, I kind of seem to be in touch with my unseelie side lately.
it's kind of hot, actually.
Well, in that case, I'll teach them to swim, and then I'll just throw that little tidbit in there and just see what happens.
That's really evil. You shouldn't do that.
You said you liked it.
It is hot, but it's kind of,
Mean to your students? Are you there?
Yes, I'm here, as he looks at you.
So are you just like, what?
Yeah, you can totally teach them. It doesn't matter. We'll figure it out later.
No, because I will. I need something to do with more of my time. It's not like I spend all my time, like, I don't know, sitting on my beach and swimming, and I kind of do need to do something.
Then, go teach swimming.
Well, maybe I'll put some feelers out and see if I can find something. I don't.
No, seriously, you can actually start making draws. Everyone that works here is on a payroll.
I know. I mean, I don't want to do a ton of classes, but I can do a couple or something.
Teach electives.
I'm talking things like I was thinking I could do a couple here and then because I don't think you're going to find anybody better at teaching that particular subject.
Nope.
And maybe I'll see what I can find out there too, so I can teach part-time there too, at least so I have some extra money coming in until we figure out what to do with these kids.
Yep. So I'm going to tell everybody we're having boys.
Go for it. I'm pretty sure Satara will get the whole story out of me before the end of the next time I see her anyway, so. It's fine. We could probably end at some point.
Yep.
We've pretty much discussed everything.
Yeah. Thank you guys for watching. If you actually stayed for this long. All right. Later. Bye.